This next example is to solve for a side or the hypotenuse and the angle. So in each of these problems that you're going to do, you have three things you have to look for. Okay, so the first step is to go ahead and draw your triangle out, label it with what you know. All right, in this one, the angle that you're going to be working with is angle A because it's the only one given to you. All right, so circle the angle, name the sides. Again, it always crosses the hypotenuse and the adjacent side. And this time I'm going to go ahead and put the opposite side down. You are supposed to find the missing angle B. All right, how do I do that? Well, angle B is equal to, if this is a 90-degree angle, you guys all know that inside sum is 180 degrees. So if I subtract off this right angle, what I'm left with is the two acute angles. The sum is 90 degrees. So all I have to do is take the 35 and subtract it from 90. Okay. So that gives me angle B at 55 degrees. So that one's pretty easy to do. It's really straightforward. Okay, just remember that the acute angles, the sum is 90 degrees, so you just subtract them and go that route. All right, the next one is you either have to find side A or side B. Okay, let's just go ahead and do side A. All right, to find side A, you're going to name the sides that are associated with that one. So the side associated is the opposite side. You are given the hypotenuse. So the question you ask yourself is, which trig function does opposite and hypotenuse? Okay, if you look back at the table that you had from before, opposite and hypotenuse is sine. So you write down sine of 35 degrees is equal to the opposite side, which is little a, over the hypotenuse, okay, which is 7. And then just to solve this simple equation right here, you take 7 times the sine of 35, that equals a, and that is going to give you about 4.02 units for the answer. All right, you have one more thing to do, and that's side B. Okay. All right, side B, again, you're going to use whatever is associated with it. Now, because you have this side, you could use Pythagorean's theorem to get this one right here. Okay, I highly suggest you don't, because you're not using what's given to you, but you can if you want to. But this whole lesson is on trigonometry, right? So I'm going to do it with using the trig. Okay, you have the adjacent side, which is B, and the hypotenuse. So again, you ask yourself the question, what trig function does adjacent and hypotenuse? And the answer to that is cosine. So you have cosine of 35 degrees is equal to the adjacent side, which is little b, over the hypotenuse again was 7. So to solve this equation, you just take and multiply both sides by 7. So you get 7 cosine of 35 degrees. And that's equal to approximately 5.73 units. Again, these things right here, depending on what they ask you to round to, you have to do the rounding. Otherwise, those are your answers.